We were looking for paradise and found it here, in Raja Ampat, a place where limestone cliffs rise out of crystal clear water and coral reefs glow in vibrant colors. We still can't believe what we were able to experience here and that no one else was here. In 10 days of sea kayaking through Misool, we were not only able to experience the breathtaking landscapes, but also the warmth of the people, secluded beaches and dreamlike jellyfish lakes. But let's start at the beginning. Our alarm clock rings at 5 a.m. because we are visiting the local fisher market in Sorong. Sorong is the largest city in West Papua and the gateway to the Raja Ampat Islands. The locals are very surprised to see us here, as no tourists actually come here. We are happily shown the catch of the day for a picture and everyone waves at us. We feel absolutely welcome. In the evening, our luggage is collected and taken onto the ferry, as we are traveling to Misool overnight. We have dinner with the whole group at the harbor and experience a beautiful sunset. Just as we are about to board the ferry, it suddenly starts to rain heavily. We hop on the ferry in the pouring rain and search for our cabin and luggage in the hustle and bustle. Once all the goods have been stowed on the ferry, all the passengers say goodbye and we set off. We have now arrived here on the ferry. Below we can see how everything is loaded. This will be our sleeping quarters for the night. The next morning we arrive in rainy Yalu, a small village in the middle of Misool. Despite the rainy weather, the ferry is eagerly awaited by the villagers. The large ship only comes here once a week, not only to bring and collect people, but also goods. Before we leave the ship and plunge into the hustle and bustle, we have breakfast with a view of what is happening in the village. Even here, we realize how different life is here from our own. Life here takes place almost exclusively on the water, and many things we take for granted do not exist here. Nevertheless, the people here don't seem any less happy. We meet up with Thafran, who shows us around his village and shows us where he used to go to school. Here, too, the people are very friendly and just as curious about us as we are about them.
Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps.
After the walk through Yalu, we continue by speedboat to our first homestay. The sky finally opens up on the way. We can hardly wait to see what the next few days have in store for us.
This could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
We get our first impression of Misool on the way. We drive through turquoise waters and views of countless small islands to Panun, a small secluded paradise. The small island is owned by a family. There is a homestay with a few huts, the rest is nature. We stay here for the first 2 nights.
Na, was sagst du?
Schön. Cool auch, mit Meeresblick.
After a freshly picked coconut for refreshment, we make our own way to the Christmas tree lagoons to get on the kayaks for the first time. We are overwhelmed by the unique landscape. We have never seen anything like it. But then we let the drone fly and can't believe how beautiful everything looks from the air. But the landscape is not just a dream above water. We also discover a wonderful underwater world with its inhabitants while snorkeling. A clownfish is always a beautiful motif. We can observe how a fish seeks shelter in the tanks of a jellyfish, to which it is resistant, but other fish are not. In the beautiful evening light, we take the boat back to our homestay, where we want to use the beautiful light to take a few photos of the island. We can't resist hopping on the kayaks again. It's only from the air that we realize how big, or rather how small, our island really is. The next morning, we send the drones to a surrounding group of islands, which only become visible when the drone flies through the clouds. Again, we are simply amazed at how the landscape looks from the air. Our second night in the beautiful homestay is over. Now it's time to move on, and we will camp tonight. Now we are going snorkeling and kayaking and are excited to see what awaits us. After 1 hour on the boat, we arrive at our camp spot. While our guides set everything up, we have time to explore the area with the SUP while snorkeling. Again, we are the only ones here. There are no other tourists for miles around. When we were told that we were camping, we didn't realize what a cozy camp our guides would set up. But camping here doesn't mean we have to do without luxury. Our guide has brought a separation toilet from Sweden. It has been set up here so we can use the toilet in comfort.
Travel far, now retreating. I've longed for this place for so long. Now I lay me down and be long. And I breathe in the air fresh from the blessed Midwest. I am held by the forest where I go for rest, and washed by the waters of Lake Michigan. And wherever I go, I will return again to my home, the blessed Midwest.
We have fresh fish for dinner, which we enjoy together before retiring to our tents.
Teach my soul to sing your song, even when my eyes can't. Teach my soul to sing your song, even when my eyes can't see. When I can't seem to carry on, I know your hand is guiding me. I know your hand is guiding me. Through the valley I may walk.
The tides are very strong here at the moment, which is why we can only paddle during high tide. During low tide, the water is too shallow, so we take a long lunch break on another deserted island. Gillang explains to us where we can snorkel best, and once again the time passes far too quickly.
And when it seems I'm at the end, and I don't know what I believe.
When the water is high enough again, we pack our kayaks and paddle through the fascinating limestone cliffs back to our camp. On the way, we paddle through small lagoons for which the water was previously too low, and we have the feeling that the landscape gets a little more beautiful every day. At sunset, just the two of us paddle to the Castle Rocks, an incredibly beautiful rock formation around the corner from our camp, to capture the beauty here. In the evening, another surprise awaits us. When it is dark, 3 kayaks are equipped with lamps and paddle over the reef and through a cave. We travel alongside by boat and experience a wonderful light show. The next morning, we are woken up by the smell of chocolate. Gillang bakes brownies for us for breakfast in an omnia. Even though we love our Swedish gas oven, Raja Ampat is the last place we would have expected to use an omnia. After breakfast, we sadly leave our beloved camp on the deserted island, but the next adventure is already waiting for us.
We can chase the Mississippi through the night, hundreds of miles away. The water is warm, let's dip our toes right in and be reborn. I don't know why we'd wait. Grab some glasses and the atlas, we can prove we're smarter than a phone. Let's go where there's no reception.
First, we visit bats in a cave with the kayaks. We continue by boat and climb over the rocks of another island to a jellyfish lake.
Just if we hold tight.
It feels a bit like we are diving through space. The jellyfish are not dangerous for us, but we have to follow a few rules to avoid harming the jellyfish. We are not allowed to apply sunscreen or anti-mosquito spray before our visit. In the afternoon, we move into a new homestay for the next 3 nights, Yapap, which is built on the water and puts every luxury resort in the Maldives in the shade. The huts are very basic, but for us, luxury means enjoying the stream-like setting in solitude and as pristine as possible.
We don't need a destination, let's go where the river's taking us. Over fields and through.
After sunset, a group of dolphins came hunting right up to us. It is simply beautiful to watch these animals up close and see how they chase after the fish.
We can chase the Mississippi through the night, hundreds of miles away. The water is warm. Let's dip our toes.
After dinner together, it's time to go to bed because we want to photograph the sunrise early the next morning.
The sky is so pretty right now. I wonder if your pretty eyes I need a good love. I wonder if you're ever gonna be it. In a couple weeks I could drive away, and you could find another victim. It's not your fault I feel this way, senseless with no direction.
After so many days on and in the water, we set off today to a hike up a mountain.
Gets you down, it lets you bleed.
The special thing about the hike is that from there we have a view of a lagoon shaped like a heart.
But I can't find a ticket to leave. In a couple weeks I could drive away, and you could find.
Suddenly, Matthias spots a dugong from above, and our guides are completely beside themselves, as they have never seen this particular animal here before. As it is also said to be very beautiful underwater here, we refresh ourselves by snorkeling in the water after the hike. Usman, one of our guides, who is originally from the area, shows us how lobsters are caught here, but releases him again.
To get senseless for one on earth. Yeah, we'll get senseless.
As another day in paradise comes to an end, we drive back to the homestay and take a few photos in the most beautiful light. As the drone shows the landscape from above, the little islands look as if they are replicating the world map.
Where do you go when your hopes are falling from the windows? Where do you go when it feels like you'll never be enough?
New day, new tour. We go out on the boat again and jump on the kayaks. We will visit a school at lunchtime today. Niklas, our guide, has bought some school books, which we will then distribute to the school. They are English books, so that the children can learn English, and we are already very excited.
Only now, it's all you trust. Right now, you jump the gun. Like the last time that you chose, it chose you. Only now, can you light the spark?
Even today, the landscape tops everything we have seen so far. How is that even possible? The rocks are laid out like a small labyrinth, and paddling here is a lot of fun. But the biggest highlight is yet to come. We pass insane cave paintings that date back to the time of the Aborigines, when Papua was still part of Australia. For lunch, we drive to Usaha Jaya. Curious, the first children come to us and then accompany us to school, where we are allowed to hand in school books and watch English lessons. After a walk around the village, we drive on and climb Puncak Dapunlol, a mountain from which we have another great view.
We knew that day would go. We knew that day. Yeah, we knew that day. We knew that day. Yeah.
Then it's time for our last night in Yapap. Even though it is really hard to say goodbye, we are looking forward to the next adventure. Tomorrow we will head into the jungle, where we will even stay overnight.
The seasons change, but I'm stuck in this pattern where every little thing matters too much. I can see the stains of all the careless words. I say them 'cause they hurt.
Not only the landscape, but of all the soundscape in the jungle is something really special. The river is crystal clear, which gives it its name, Clear River.
Staring at a map where I can't read the legend. I question every method I have.
We set up camp again in the jungle and can't wait to fall asleep to the sounds of the jungle.
How we got things started when I gave you my heart, yeah. Oh, I still know the way. Oh, this train is running late. I seem a little far away, but I'll get there someday. Wait on me, wait on me, wait on me. Wait on me, wait on me, wait on me.
Hey Magnolia, I know they stole your heart when we were young. You had big dreams to be a fashion queen.
The next morning, we unfortunately have to leave the jungle again and head to the next village, Tomolol. Here, too, the villagers meet us with open arms and curiosity, and the children don't want to leave our side.
Most of all, I pray your heart has found its way to fly. 'Cause we're just kids staying young until we die.
In the afternoon, we are taken to the next highlight. We drive through the beautiful Goa Keramat Fjord to the cave of the same name. The Ancient Stalactite Cave is home to numerous bats, and it's so huge that it would be a popular tourist destination in Europe. Once again, we are the only ones marveling at this natural wonder.
You probably learn what you do comes back around. Most of all, I pray your heart has found its way to fly. So we're just kids staying young until we die.
How was it? It was really cool. You don't get to see it every day, especially without other visitors. It's really nice. After exploring the first cave on foot, we get on our kayaks to paddle through the neighboring cave. We paddle reverently through the sacred site and are overwhelmed by the experience. As the evening sun sets, we head to our last homestay of the tour. During the 2-hour drive, we have time to reflect on what we have experienced over the last few days.
You're quite gentle with me.
The last morning in paradise has come. Tonight we take the ferry from Yalu back to Sorong. We use the day to visit Yalu from the water. The villagers can see us paddling towards them from afar, so we are expected and greeted with joy. It is probably not very often that the village is visited by tourists in kayaks.
The rough around your edges. Oh, my soul is safe and sound with you. Oh, my soul is safe and sound.
To round off a fantastic trip, we head back to the jellyfish lake. We all liked it here so much that we really wanted to see it again, so this is the perfect end to the trip.
Open door to a fireplace, and you'll share your heart with mine, and we'll laugh all night by the fireside. Oh, my soul is safe and sound.
In Yalu, we have one last dinner together at Safran's family home. Then the ferry arrives. Saying goodbye to our tour guides is not easy for any of us. We have all grown together a lot over the last 10 days. We will remember the trip for a long time to come, and it has broadened our horizons once again. Gratitude and humility accompany us on our way home, and we know that we will want to come back at some point.